Good morning, guys. How's everybody? What a beautiful morning. Lovely fresh morning out there, and the sun sets and everything is beautiful at the moment. But yeah, it was a little bit under the weather yesterday due to a few too many fizzy drinks on Sunday night, but it was all self-inflicted. Had a great night with my best pals, long overdue, and we had a fantastic night now, and literally just stomach hurt from laughing so much. It was great tonic. But and it's gas. A few people had actually emailed me to ask where the Monday rant was, which is great, so I said we'd have a Tuesday rant instead. But and before I have this rant, I do not want people to think that I'm slagging the people in the delivery industry or anything like that, because I think it's fucking so hard out there. But this is nothing to do with it. It was actually someone at base of this crowd that fucked up. Anyway, so basically Millie is doing kickboxing about, she must be into her second term now, but she was doing the kids class the first time around. Really wasn't kind of stimulating enough for her. I didn't find she was learning that, not from the teachers because they're all amazing, but it was just, yeah, it was like playtime, do you know what I mean, for her, like, you know what I mean. So I said she had her moves up, and one of the girls had advised she moved up, or I just was going to take her out, because you're just throwing money into a pit and she's not learning it and she's going up for a run around. But I promised her that if she gave it her all in the higher class, that I'd buy her all her gear, but I'd buy it in pink. So I kept my promise and I got the gear in pink, and I was recommended this place in the UK. Now, the carriage on it was over €20, which is quite high coming from England, because I've got stuff from America that was less. But it was kind of, 2 to 3 days delivery. So I always give, I never hassle anybody, because the way I look at it is a very busy industry, and especially at this time of year. So I said, no, do you know what, I'll give them a week, feck that 2 or 3 days, it's grand. She still has a bit of time. So it went into the second week, and I got on to the crowd and just kind of said, look, I'm not moaning, but I just want to check where the parcel is. It's just she has training now on Monday, and I'd like her to have it. And the way I had timed it was she would have had it the week before. So it went into the second week, and in fairness to the guys in the actual company, the company I bought the stuff from, the boxing gloves and the headgear crowd in the UK, your woman was very nice, and she said, like, oh no, I'm going to refund the carriage to you. And I said, geez, fair play to you, you don't have to do it. And she said, no, she said, it's not on time. What had happened was, I'm not going to name the courier company, because I'm sure people I know work for them, but it's not in post or anything like that. It's actually usually the depots where they go to. But like, it went to 3 or 4 different depots, and I was like, it's a fucking small package. Like, it's not even a large package. Like, how can it go to 4 different fucking depots? So I couldn't really do anything about it, because I hadn't a clue where the fucking thing was. It was gone into space at this stage. So I was just in contact with your woman, not every day. I just kind of said, look, give me a shout if you know what the crack is. So I explained to her, she said, oh, it's going to be there today. And I said, do you have a contact number for the guy? Because we had people coming in, and I knew I was going to be in meetings for most of the day. So I can't answer the phone when I'm in a meeting. I could probably send a quick text or anything, but I can't answer the phone, I can't pick it up. So after all waiting, right, I think it was into the 3rd week at this stage, after promising 2 days delivery or 3 days delivery, and I got this phone call from a number, and I actually just texted the number back, and I just said, look, I'm sorry, I can't pick up now. If you can just text me, I can't actually, because I'm going to be in this meeting for the next 2 hours. You can just text me. The phone rings again. I sent the same text to the same number. The phone rings again, and I says, have you not read the text I just sent you? The phone rings again. So at that stage, I had to go out and take it. And one of the lads the guy was actually in my job building, ringing me, even after telling the security guy that what he was here for. Do you know what I mean? And security guy usually signs the signature anyhow for any packages coming in. And I walked out, and your man's going like, do you not answer your fucking phone? This little prick in a fucking uniform from the courier company. And I says to him, sorry? And he says, do Do you not answer your fucking phone? I said, do you not read text? And by the way, do you not deliver to the right fucking depot in the first place? Little fucking Hitler. He was knee high to a grasshopper, the little prick. After all that, like nearly 3 weeks, promising 2 days delivery, and he has the fucking gall to start going at me. Dickhead. Wrong move. But anyway, we got it sorted, and she's now pretty in pink. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, his attitude, whatever about, I know they're up to their bollocks and stuff like that, but his attitude was fucking deplorable. Like, there was not as much as, oh, listen, sorry about the delay or blah, blah, blah. Which I've often got a bit of a package is late, and I wouldn't expect it. But to walk out to this little fucking midget and him giving me shit, you know what I mean, after his fucking company doing wrong. Anyway, that's the first rant. But let me just say a little disclaimer here. I understand that it's extremely busy time of year, but 2 days into 3 weeks and that attitude, that's not good customer service. So that's all. The rest of yous are brilliant. The second thing, oh yeah, I meant to do this ages ago, and it's fucking vile. And I still can't believe, whatever about young men, as in youngflas, as in teenagers, you know, probably half of them, you know, will be shy to a shower anyway. But what the fuck is going on with people not washing their hands after going to the toilet? Like, I'm witnessing this everywhere, from weddings to work to just in general every day in the shopping centre or whatever. It's just these people, and like, they're going, I'm not going to go into the details of what they're up to in the cubicle, but like, they're literally coming out and, yeah, grand as you like, and walk back out then. I'm probably going out then and handling food, giving food to their kids or something like that with unwashed hands. What the fuck is that all about? I just find it absolutely disgusting. Now, it takes 2 seconds. If the dryer's not broken, fucking blow dry them, shake dry them, whatever. But wash your fucking hands, you dirty absolute article. It's because it's the germs, and then you're passing this shit on, and then you're handling money, giving money to people. Now, I know money is probably the biggest carrier of germs anyway, but I just can't understand how a grown man, and I've witnessed it a million times now, that someone goes in, they do what they do, be it 1 or 2, and come out and don't wash their fucking hands. Like, bleh, bleh. Anyway, what was the third thing I wanted to talk about? Yeah, this is only a small one, but if I catch the little dickhead that did it, I will actually fucking do something. Where was I the other night? I was in the local car park, and it was quite busy. It was late. Now, I had to get something in the chemist. Always in the fucking chemist, but anyway, I had to get something in the chemist. It was late, and I think it wasn't far from closing at this stage. And I would be very courteous to people coming out of spots, so I says, yeah, no problem. And I just copped this lady coming out, and whatever, just a little small car, like, but she wouldn't have been the fastest on, you know, getting the car out. And in fairness, it was quite busy, so I kind of said, no, do you know what, it is what it is. So I indicated to go in, right? Now, there's no, well, there is a system there, but like, you'd find a lot of people, if there's a break in kind of car park space, they'll come around the wrong way to get me drift. So I'm waiting, this lady is pulling out, and I'm very courteous. I kept a good bit back so she can actually, you know, turn the car out and come straight towards me and go past me then. And this little wanker goes into the space. Like, I must have been waiting, because your one was quite slow taking the car out. I was definitely waiting the guts of like 2 to 3 minutes, if not longer. And it was grand. Like, I knew, you know, this, as I said, it was late enough. And the gall of this little prick, well, I'm going to be honest with you, you don't usually say anything. And I just rolled down the window and I said, you are an absolute dickhead. And he was one of these, you know, the little earwigs, the baldy head, and the little glasses, you know what I mean? And he's like, what? And I says, you're a little dickhead. I says, you knew I was going into that space. Oh, well, you weren't quick enough, you know. And I says, you know what, like, I wouldn't get into an altercation with a little prick like that, because I put him into next week. But, you know, just, like, as I said, I'm always going on about this, but that would be the highlight of that little knob's day. Do you know what I mean? He'd be going home now, chuffed with himself that he took that space, you know. It's just, I don't know, it beggars belief, little pricks. Anyway, that concludes the rant for today. As I said, apologies for no Monday rant, but a Tuesday rant is always good. And have a great day.